Hey guys, it's Brittany. Today I'm doing a solo episode, but you guys actually won't be seeing me on camera for this one. Well, in about a minute anyway. Yeah, I know, I'm sorry. Instead, I'm going to be showing you my before and after pictures and taking you through my weight loss journey. And this is probably one of the most personal episodes I've done, but I finally felt ready to share this part of my story with you guys. And honestly, looking at some of these pictures now, it's a little embarrassing for me, but at the same time, they show just how far I've come. So I really hope you enjoy it. And yeah, let's get this started. Okay, so these pictures are from before my journey really started, before the surgeries, before the weight loss, before my life completely changed. My highest weight was about 375 pounds. And then I decided to go through the weight loss surgery. And there was a lot of preparations before the surgery even happened. I had to do a 6-month supervised diet, mental evaluation, nutrition classes, and multiple appointments leading up to everything. Finally, I ended up having gastric sleeve surgery on April 16th, 2016. And now 10 years later, looking back at these pictures, it honestly brings up a lot of emotions because I wasn't always overweight. When I was younger, I was actually very small, and I'm actually going to show you guys a few pictures here. And as I got into my teenage years, I developed unhealthy eating habits, and eventually I ended up being diagnosed with thyroid disease, the hypothyroidism. So over time, it became a combination of things that affected my weight and my health. I struggled for years, even into adulthood, trying to lose weight. My mom and my brother were always trying to help me. We tried multiple things: Weight Watchers, low carb diet, counting calories, so many different things. And nothing was working for me. And then when I finally found out I had the thyroid disease, like I just told you guys, it honestly felt discouraging because suddenly things made more sense, but at the same time, it felt like my body was working against me too. And before I even realized it, I found myself in a place where I was uncomfortable physically, mentally, and emotionally. And I remember feeling frustrated all the time, not feeling confident, not feeling comfortable in my own body. But the thing is, when I look back at these pictures now, I don't remember feeling as big as I actually was. And I think that actually says a lot about how we see ourselves sometimes. Back then, I knew I was unhappy, but looking at these pictures now really puts into perspective just how much I was struggling. And even through all of that, I was still active for a long time. I played sports, I stayed involved in activities until the day I hurt my back. And after that, things really started to go downhill. I couldn't do the things I was doing before, and my weight just kept getting worse and worse. So making the decision to have gastric sleeve surgery was not easy. I thought about it for a long time. I was nervous. I had fears. I was worried about what other people would think. I was thinking, oh, they're going to think I was trying to take an easy way out. And no, that's not the case, because let me tell you, it's just a tool. It's not an easy fix. And of course, honestly, I didn't know what my life would look like afterwards. But I knew one thing for sure. I couldn't stay where I was. I knew I needed to make a change, not just for my appearance, but for my health and my future and my life. And I think one of the biggest misconceptions about weight loss surgery is that people think it's an easy way out. And after living this journey for 10 years, I can honestly say that it's not. And I'm sure anyone who has had the surgery can agree with me. Surgery is a tool. It can help you, but it doesn't magically fix everything. The real work comes after. And let me tell you, I worked my butt off. I was in the gym sometimes twice a day doing cardio constantly. And one thing I do wish I would have done differently was adding more weight training, because I lost all my muscle during my weight loss journey. But with all the work, lifestyle changes, and the tool from surgery, I lost a significant amount of weight. And when I finally hit my goal weight, I got down to around 180. And over the years, I maintained around like 195 for a long time, which is still a huge accomplishment compared to where I started. And with a rapid weight loss also came other challenges. So I needed to end up getting gallbladder surgery because I lost weight so fast. And I had my gallbladder removed. And then came something else a lot of people don't always talk about, the extra skin. After losing so much weight, I had a lot of extra skin. And I eventually made the decision to have skin removal, at least on my stomach. I still have extra skin places I don't like my arms and stuff. But nobody has money for all that. I mean, hey, if you guys want to help a girl out, I mean, feel free. I mean, I'll send you my my Cash App. But that happens with weight loss. I just try to look past that and look where I used to be. But there was also a lot of life changes as well. One of the biggest things was becoming a mom. I was told before I couldn't have kids or anything like that. And then, surprise, I have this beautiful little girl, and I couldn't be happier. But after having my daughter, I gained back a lot of weight, and gained a lot of weight during my pregnancy as well. And I think I got back up to around 235. And I mean, it's not like 3 something where I used to be, but that's still a lot. And honestly, it's still been a journey trying to continue losing weight and working towards where I want to be. And I think that's another important thing people don't always talk about. The journey doesn't just magically end after surgery or after hitting a goal. Life changes, your body changes, your priorities change, and sometimes you have to keep finding yourself again through different stages of life. And even 10 years later, there are still things I deal with because of surgery. I still struggle at times with getting enough water in. I still can't eat huge amounts at once. And if I eat too much, I still can get sick. One thing I am very, very happy about is I used to love soda. And I can't drink it anymore. I can't have anything carbonated. Now, there are people that has had the surgery that has gone back to drinking soda. Me, it like burns going all the way down. So I don't mess with it. And that's a good thing because, like I said, I loved soda. So that's definitely a good thing for me. But yeah, over the years, I've had to learn how to manage dealing with all this and make it a part of my life. And over the years, I've seen a lot of different outcomes. I've seen people succeed, I've seen people struggle, and I've seen people gain weight back. And I do not say that in a judgmental way at all, because this journey is hard. This isn't just physical, it's emotional, it's mental. It's something you have to continue working on every single day. And for me, this journey became about so much more than just losing weight. It became about growth, learning who I was, learning how to take care of myself, learning how to keep going even when things got hard. And now 10 years later, I can honestly say I'm proud of myself, because when I look at these side-by-side pictures, I realize how far I've come. I was in such a different place physically and mentally back then. And what I've accomplished since then is something I never want to downplay. Even now, there's still days where I feel self-conscious or hard on myself. And it honestly drives my husband crazy because he tells me I'm way too hard on myself. But I think a lot of people struggle with that, no matter what size they are. And the truth is, perfection doesn't exist. Even though we want it to, it doesn't. But during those moments, I have to stop and I have to remind myself where I used to be and where I am now, because I've come a long way and I worked really hard to get here. And that's something no one can take away from me. If I could say one thing to anyone considering this journey, it would be this: be honest with yourself, be patient with yourself, and understand that surgery is not a magic fix. It's a tool that can help change your life, but you still have to do the work mentally and emotionally too. This journey isn't about being perfect, even if you want it to be, because again, perfection doesn't exist. It's about progress, growth, and refusing to give up on yourself. And looking back 10 years later, I'm really grateful that I didn't give up on myself. Thank you guys so much for listening. I'm Brittany, and this is Filling in the Blanks.